What up, royal people?
Another discussion, King Life.
Queen life.
Today's discussion is...
Shacking up.
Shack? Oh, shacking. Oh.
Shacking up.
Shack attack.
Like cohabitation.
Yeah, sure.
Should you...
Moving in before marriage.
There we go.
What do y'all think?
Should we tell them our story?
No.
We shacked up.
I mean, dude, just tell you what do you think. What do you think? Yeah.
So, before you, I felt that shacking up and living together was kind of, I don't know, like, not necessary. But...
Not necessarily before me, when you were younger.
Yeah, before you. Like, I dated other people before you.
I know, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I never really thought about it because I never really... Like, you're the first... No, you're not. I'm lying. Before you, I lived with someone. And then I vowed that probably I would not do that again because I felt like it kind of swayed or had, like, a difference of how my relationship turned out. But I did it with you, and we got married.
That's good. So what do you think?
I don't know.
Should you or shouldn't you?
I think you should answer first and let me feed off of what you're going to say.
What?
I don't know.
That's not good.
I don't really know how I feel about it. Like, I'm cool with it.
You're cool with it?
Yeah, I don't think it's 2020, man. Like,
don't go by the 2020 style. I don't care if it's 18, 20, 20. What do you think? Based on life experiences, should you move in before marriage? We're talking marriage. Marriage meaning, does it benefit you? No, does it benefit you to live with someone before you get married to have a successful marriage? That's what we're talking about.
I do not believe that you have to live with someone prior to marriage in order to have a successful, healthy marriage.
You go, right.
I do not.
That's your opinion, right?
Yes, yeah. I think you can live in your separate abodes and still eventually get to the altar and have like a healthy marriage.
Yeah. Now,
you be making it seem like my opinions are like so like.
Your opinion.
I
just want your clear opinion.
You be looking like sometimes.
I want your clear opinion.
I know, but
right.
sometimes
now,
I feel
my clear opinion. Yeah.
That you be like, oh, like okay, that's her opinion. So now let me tell you what my real opinion is.
Yes, actually, of course, that's your opinion. That was my turn now.
I know. I'm talking about how you say it though.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it's your opinion. Not talking about my opinion now. Yeah.
All right, what's your opinion?
My opinion. This is why I look at it. A lot of people do things based on what someone tells them to do. Whether it's culture, upbringing, society. And
religion, that's a big one.
Yeah, well, it's culture, society. All I say.
Well, that's a different culture. I'm talking about...
Every religion, it's religion, then there's different cultures than religion. Like, you could be a Christian and be like 7 different types of Christian based on the culture. So, culture, society, upbringing, all that stuff. So people do stuff based on that. Back in their mind, there are things that they want to do, but they don't do it based on those cultures. You know what I mean? Right. So... like some people traditions and stuff would say they will find it somewhere in some book that usually doesn't really say that verbatim, but they would translate it as saying that don't move in before marriage, or don't do this before marriage, don't do that before marriage, don't do this certain things before marriage. So they will take that, don't do it, get married, then move in together and discover all types of things about this person. They probably could have discovered if they moved in first, versus someone can look at just common sense, and say, you know what, let me just try to move with the person and learn things. This is what I feel.
I'm so lost.
That if you don't...
Okay, keep going.
You have to move with that person.
So you believe you have to shack up?
Listen, I don't call it shacking up. I call
cohabitating.
Don't call it either.
Living together.
Making a smart decision to wake up, go to sleep, eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, watch TV with, lay on, see how they brush their teeth, how they brush their hair, how they put on their clothes. I mean, how they basically live their lives with you. So you can have an example of how it's going to be living their lives with you. Because this person living their lives by themselves, and you living your life by yourself at your home, and y'all meet up on the weekends, That's not real life. So when you get married, you say, I do. Now, you guys are stuck with each other. You have never done that before. So now you have to learn how to live with each other.
What's wrong with
And that usually leads to an unsuccessful marriage.
You think so? But you don't think that okay? So I have a different opinion about that. Then
I know you told me already.
No, I know, but about specifically about what you said. So
we have to look after that. Guys, try to find some polls and let us know what polls say.
Well, we can do it. We can run a story.
No,
I can find research.
People, guys.
That's what I do.
No, I want them to, guys, find some polls and statistics that show the success rate of marriage, of someone moving together before marriage or moving together after they get married, and see the divorce rate. Now, what you saying?
You think that?
What were you saying? Go ahead.
I know. I got it. So you're saying that people who don't live together before marriage, people
Yes.
who don't live together before marriage have a higher chance of being divorced.
Yeah, because they don't know each other. They don't know how it is to live with each other.
Okay.
But you don't know somebody until you live with them.
Very true.
That's why long distance relationships don't work. None of that stuff works because you don't. They say you have to wake up, sleep with them, bad attitude, good attitude, sick, health.
Yeah,
you know
somebody could
everything.
Be, so like if you came to my house and my house is always spick and span clean, but I only clean up because I know you coming.
Yeah, exactly.
And my habit is that I let dishes pile up. I might not clean the bathroom or the toilets for like weeks on end. So I can understand that.
And also, you do your hair every time you see me. You trying to make sure you're perfect. You're trying to make sure you're fake.
This hair.
Every time you see me. Sure.
I had straight hair when you met me.
I don't know. You get fake. This is what it is. We don't want to act like it is. We get fake for each other when we go around each other. But when you live together, no more fakeness. Real deal, Holyfield.
So do you think that, I just think that a marriage, if you're meant to be living together, like as the old people say, like shacking up and stuff, you're going to find a way to cohabitate and have a healthy marriage, regardless if you lived with each other before.
Because that's fluff.
I don't know, because it's.
We're talking about real marriage now.
I'm talking about
how long are you married?
We've been married for 9 years.
How many divorces have you been witnessing? About 100 or something?
We've witnessed quite a few
about 100
divorces. Of them. We witnessed divorces with people that got married around the same time.
I blame Disney. They created this little fake fairy tale thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can find a way.
Real.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying.
Practicality is real.
So being practical.
Yes.
I believe that if we didn't live together and our marriage, like we're learning, like once we got married and we kind of started learning each other. I don't think so. I'm gonna be like, peace out, deuces. I don't like the way you keep the house clean.
No,
we're gonna find a way. Hold on.
I didn't say
we're
clean.
going to find. Not. I'm just saying as an example. It's an extreme.
That's very
example.
small. Yeah,
I know it's small.
Tiny. I'm talking about the way you are.
Are we not going to? Are we not going to? Because we took this vow of marriage to work through that. We're gonna get through it. So I just think that people's level of commitment. Let me just finish. I think people's level of commitment to their marriage, regardless if they cohabitated before marriage or not, should not have. You should be committed to working through whatever it is, learning each other. I do. Really, babe?
You don't work through a shitty situation? That's what I'm saying.
What's the shitty situation that you learned that you didn't learn before being married?
Because if you're always
good thing we lived together before.
Yes, I'm telling you. That's why.
The way you the way you making this thing.
If you're always faking it for that person, I'm telling you, because think about it. You're faking it. All you do is just be fake for that person.
So, like, when you say, like,
you have to live together.
Okay, hold on.
Just live together and live your life. Like, relax. You know, put your guard down. No fake.
Right.
No makeup,
but I think it's realistic to say.
No deodorant. Real. Like, this real. How about making the bed? Real. This whatever.
You show set
whoever you are. Yeah, I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about be who you are. Who you are.
So, here, I think
and a lot of people are not who they are. They're fake. So when they're with that person, they go out on dates and poopity and all that Disney fake. Tell you Disney mess people up. Disney got these little girls watching little stupid movies when they 4, 5, 6, 7, and tell them about fairy tales and love.
Why are you making these facial expressions?
White horses and all this fake shit. When reality is. Ups and downs, good, bad, ugly, pretty is life.
That's life. That's marriage.
Yes, but before you say I do, which is supposed to be forever, nowadays, that's what I'm saying, it's different.
So
make sure you know that person.
But some of the divorces that we witnessed, those people live together. They live together. No, I'm saying they live together. No, I'm not saying I don't know their life, but I'm saying they live together.
We don't know the situation.
But they live together prior to marriage, and they still got divorced.
They ain't know each other. Learn that person. You cannot learn the person unless you live with them. You cannot.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's what I'm saying. So you want to learn who that person is before. That's what I'm saying. Long distance. Remember now, you could being together doesn't mean you know someone. You can be together 5 years and not know that person, but you can be with somebody a year and know them a lot. You know, because you spend so much time with them, and you cannot spend that much time unless you live with them. You cannot. We have work and school and all that stuff. How can you spend time? How can you really know someone unless you live with them?
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Wake up.
But
attitude.
when you say
no fakeness, just
can I get clarification?
No fairy
please?
tales.
Can I get clarification?
Real.
Can I get clarification, please?
Real marriage. You know, study old African tradition. See how their marriage work. It's business in there.
5 or 6 wives.
But it's business, and they took care of them, right?
It was business.
It wasn't no fairy tale floofity poop.
And I love you. Why do you always do that?
Because it's fluff.
What is that?
Love is like a very, I want to say that love is important in a marriage, but it's not like the most thing of a marriage. Because you can love anybody. You can love somebody you break up with.
Some people see they get married.
You can love somebody you break up with
because of the potential that they see. Sometimes they don't love somebody at all, but they see the potential and what they can do to build their legacy.
But they understand the real importance of marriage. No, I'm saying, but that's mainly other cultures. Because they're married based on family structure, right? Mm-hmm. Money. Okay, we can do this together. Our kids gonna be what they understand the tradition of wealth building, stuff that our people don't have based on certain circumstances and blah blah and all that stuff. But we getting there. We're starting off first generation. We're gonna be rich. First generation. Our kids gonna keep continuing, and I'm just saying it's not all about the floofity. I love you.
I knew he was going to do that.
The white horse and the Prince Charming and all that jazz. Nah, it's about practical. Can we live together? Just simple. I'm talking about can we live together?
Clarification, please? You still let me get clarification. When you say live together, because I feel that nowadays a lot of people unofficially they have a bag, they got clothes, they just when you say live, they got to be sharing bills.
No, or they can live together.
They can live together.
But when I say live together, I'm talking about
that's what I'm asking
the person, just the person, not how you pay a bill. Who he is, his guard is down, how he speaks to you, when he's happy, when he's sad, when he's frustrated, when he's tired. Bad day at work, good day at work. The car breaks down, he's late for work. You know what I'm saying? Like just good days and bad days. How he treats you, his attitude. Like you said. All up in his face before he brushes his teeth. I'm talking about this real stuff. No, you ain't taking a shower yet. You gonna sit next to him. Smell the funk.
Sitting in the bathroom watching somebody taking a shit.
Stuff like that. Just real stuff. No fake, no.
That's when you know.
Fluffy, duffy, floofy, woofy ass stuff. No.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
in
my
two human beings.
Question to you,
friends.
Okay, in my clarification,
go back to the friends. Two friends who are gonna get married. You know how people spend all day with they grow up with their homeboys and they chill all day together. They roommates. They know everything about each other. They're friends. They're tight. That's what you want to marry. You know what I mean? Somebody you're tight with. Your marriage ain't gonna last unless you are a gold digger who don't mind marrying a guy with money. You're just a trophy to him, but you have to be like tight friends who could be around each other and you know what I mean, and can deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? From morning to night, sickness, health, same thing the Bible says. Sickness, health. The part it don't say nothing about being pretty. It don't say nothing about none of that stuff. Does it even say loving it? I don't really remember the Bible. What is it?
I don't know, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure
I think in 2020. That cohabitating, shacking up, living together.
I call it common sense living.
Okay, common sense living.
You gotta know the person. You have to.
But I feel that a lot of times people do that now. It's just unofficial. Like they got clothes. I know, but they got clothes that they
won't get married. Not just some people.
But people do that and don't have no intentions of even proposing.
People been okay. So I'm not talking about proposal stuff. That's another topic. That's another topic.
So here's the question.
Because hundreds of years, people have been common law. They never said I do.
Right.
But you can't tell me they're not married based on this business contracts or whatever deals.
Isn't that what marriage is to some degree? A business contract?
Marriage. A good marriage has a concept of a good business, because a good business is a good relationship between two people that signed something, that made agreements, right? Mm-hmm. That's a good marriage. People don't want to admit it. I don't know why.
Well, that's kind of what we believe. Like, we kind of
Disney
legacy building. Like, our marriage is a legacy building contract. Yeah, you raising royalty.
Disney messed up our brains about this lovey-dovey foofy. I love you, baby.
Will you stop?
You love me too. And we're broke. I'm broke too, but we love each other. And I love will carry us. No, we'll not carry nobody. What love will carry somebody? Carry you where? To the welfare check office? That's what it's called?
To the house under the bridge?
I don't know what it's called, but they ain't carrying you nowhere.
So,
right.
Living together, are we living together and we're engaged, or are we living together unengaged? Because I think those are two different things.
But these are just, I'm not there. I'm just talking about
living together, period, in a relationship.
It gets complicated. You know, you meet someone, you engage. I don't know, man.
But
you can be engaged for 5 years. You can be engaged for 2 weeks.
Like
what?
Us.
As long as you haven't.
We was engaged.
Just moving together.
How many months? 4 months?
I don't know. All I know is just make sure. Sit down and have a conversation. Where do you stand? Where do I stand? Do we see each other? See ourselves with each other? Do you
What's
see
your credit looking like?
Yep.
What's your credit looking like?
Get that too, but
that's important.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is don't focus on that because
if we go into
don't focus on that. No,
but those are things that
this man could be broke, bad credit, and so you're gonna leave him in 4 years. He's gonna be rich with good credit, and you're gonna be like, oh man, I should have.
So if I didn't want to live together,
listen to his mind.
We got married. You
listen to his mind. What happened?
If I didn't want to live,
I don't know. That's hindsight. I don't know. That's gone already. I don't know. What I'm telling you is, I would rather you move in with someone and learn about them, and listen to their mind and their intentions, not what they have now, because it's not fair to say someone had no money and bad credit, because he can switch it up in 3 years.
Yeah, it's like that.
Right. So don't, or just life. Yeah, acrimony, but she was nuts though. But acrimony.
Her sisters made her nuts.
Nah, she was born crazy.
No, her sisters made her nuts.
No, she was always crazy.
Yeah, but she really was in love, and they had a. Okay, we'll talk about that. We can talk like one night.
Sure, yeah, sure.
But I think that I do not believe that you have to live with each other.
I think you should, not have to. You should.
You should. I don't think you should have to live with each other.
I should have to. Should.
I just don't think you should live with each other before getting. I think that if you're married,
how you learn.
We're gonna figure it out when we get once we jump the boom.
But see, that's fluff, man.
I don't think so. I don't believe that.
Because let's say all of a sudden.
Okay, so here, hold on.
No, listen. 2 months in, I cannot stand to live with this person. But I said I do. And the way I was brought, once again, the way I brought up my culture, everyone says, when you married, God, and you stay together. No! What the hell? Make sure you marry the right person. Don't get stuck. That's the one thing I say about our time is a little better. Because women from the 1930s and 40s and 50s, they just stuck around because of the tradition said just stick around. They'll either get their ass beat, or they'll just deal with a man that had 3-4 families out there. But you didn't get divorced back then. You just stuck in there. So there's always pros and cons to the way we did it back then and the way we do it now. Now it's better to learn from our ancestors' mistakes. Make sure you can live with this person.
But I feel like, we are ever changing.
Instead of just stuck with it.
Okay, listen. We are ever changing in a marriage and a relationship.
People change.
We're
they're supposed to be growing.
So we're growing, right? That's the
But the core of you is who you are, though.
True.
That's who you are.
But there are things that when we were living together and that were not an issue, and now they're an issue now because our family dynamics has changed with being like parents and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you about stuff like that.
There are still some things that like
who you are.
Before that, there's no way I could have lived with some of the things that we live with now, but now I do.
I'm I'm not talking about something.
But I'm just saying, but it's a talk. When I say like you can grow through things, that's what I mean about.
Yes.
So even if you don't live with each other, we can grow and still have a healthy marriage.
I'm talking about just the way that person is. You are who you are, Tigger. I don't even 10 years.
10?
The core things of you are who you are today.
And you still think I'm weird.
And I'm very weird.
And
the core of me. But
you made the decision to not only marry me, you asked me to marry you.
I told you slipped me Mickey.
I did not.
Like you said, you just dealt with it, right? You
What?
slipped me Mickey, I just stuck with it. I figured it was cheaper to keep it. Martin told me that.
It's cheaper to what?
Cheaper to keep it, that ball, that girl. That was Otis. Oda.
What I'm saying is that I just think that there are things probably like it's depending upon like when you get married, like at what age or you know what I'm saying,
well,
level
that,
of maturity.
Of course,
but see that's something that could be
dictate everything
when you're
that's every decision you make based on
21.
Maturity. Well, don't get married at 21, guys. Do not get married. This is not 1940 where you're going to graduate high school and get a good factory job or a plant job and buy your house making $9 an hour and have a little car and a picket fence and a dog that goes woof woof and you stay together, raise the kids, drink a beer every night and die. No. Do not get married at 18, 19, 20, 21, 20.
Do you
None
think
of them
we got
ages.
married at a good age?
Heck yeah. We have been through life. We learned stuff. We made a bunch of mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the good time to get married. Go through life, learn mistakes. If you haven't learned mistakes, I always say, even in business, because you're business owner, even in business, I always say, if you have never failed at business, you didn't try hard enough.
You didn't try hard enough.
You didn't try hard enough. You didn't do anything. If you never failed at business,
yeah.
Look at stories of multi-millionaire and billionaires. They have failed probably 15 businesses.
Yeah.
Right. You have to bump your head a bunch and learn things to be successful.
So why can't you have that same mentality in a marriage before you live with each other? But before you live with each other,
that is the learning curve. You live with them and figure out what's going on. So you don't just jump in there.
The cohabitation is part of the curve, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you learn who they are. Like I said, learn who they are. Like even a business deal, you're gonna have meetings and stuff first before you sign on the line. True. You go, no, I can't deal with this person. Heck no, I can't. Because
you're looking at the
it's not about money. People think it's in business. Maybe always say it's not always what you know, it's who you know. Mm-hmm. A guy will love your business idea and not do business with you based on who you are. After the fourth business dinner or something, okay, I can't do business with this guy. So it's not all about money and everything. It's about your personality, who you are, and there are conscious and subconscious things that we all do. The subconscious things make you who you are. The things that you don't realize you do, and you can't necessarily change them until sometime one day they just, who you are. You just gotta, you can't help it. Especially, they always talk about like alcohol and all that. Mm-hmm. That's why it's not a good idea to drink alcohol when you're doing stuff because you're gonna pretty much do every single thing wrong.
So, I think that in hindsight, with us,
this is 2020, like my vision now, 2020. What about yours?
I'm legally blind. I can't get caught slipping out in these streets driving because
legally blind.
But it's crazy. I've been blind since 3rd grade. Like when we started planning for this conversation and this discussion, I thought about how our timeline for when we kind of started living together. And like we just had a quick timeline all together though, because we met and then you proposed. We started living together within like what, 6 or?
I don't know.
Okay, wait. We got engaged in 9 months. We started living together, I think, like in 6 months of us meeting.
We lived together. There was no plan of marriage.
There was no plan of marriage.
Circumstances came around. Okay, we'll just live together.
Yeah.
That's it.
All because you took care of me after I had surgery. I didn't want you to leave.
Probably. But I know I definitely wouldn't have wanted to marry you as fast as I did if we didn't live together.
If we didn't live together.
That's what I'm saying. I know because
I hear that.
I saw you every day, morning, noon, night. Good, bad, stinky bathrooms, and everything. And that's you just realize you can be with somebody. If you can't stand the way someone hiccups, You can't stand the way someone breathes.
But you know what's funny though? Remember this though? Do you remember this? Hold on, wait. Do you remember this when we made the decision to live together?
Nope.
And we just listen.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember
listen
that.
to this. See if you remember this. We made the decision to live together, and then we started. We went. I'll never forget this. We went to Walmart like to get some of the things that we wanted to get like together for the apartment, and I remember having like this like mini anxiety attack because I had finally got an apartment like on my own in Florida, and I remember specifically you like feeling like I was being angry or like trying to push you away. And I do. I remember we were going to Walmart and you were like, "Are you like why are you treating me so bad?" And I remember very like not really knowing that I was treating you that way, but when I reflected back, it was because like I had finally got my own space again, and then I was enjoying the space that I had by myself, and now it was kind of
your
like
fakeness.
I was not enjoying my fakeness.
Yeah, you do.
No, I just enjoyed my own space without having
someone that you have to be fake with.
No, that's not true. But I'm saying that to say I very clearly remember when you asked me we were going to Walmart, and you were like, "Yo, like, what are you trying to? Are you pushing me away on purpose?" Because. And then I really thought about it, and it was because I didn't want to. I was struggling with like losing that like independence, or you know what I mean. So I can see how living together can be. I think sometimes like we don't talk about it enough. I think sometimes living together kind of just happens with couples out of convenience and not really.
Convenience, but what is
I know, but I feel like. A lot of times I feel like people should have more open conversations before they decide to live together.
Do anything.
Live together.
Yeah,
like, why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because if we're just doing this just because you need a place to go, I need a place to go, then we could be roommates and not be in an intimate relationship.
Yeah, but that's not bad either. Y'all living together, y'all learn each other. And you can see if you don't want to live with that person no more.
And then you can be like, yeah,
we out.
We're going to be roommates.
Okay, when lease over, y'all kick rocks. See, y'all always, y'all save marriages and time and all that. Yeah.
Well, I feel like a lot of times people stay in relationships because of time that they invested and they feel like they can change that person.
But, right, and then you end up getting knocked up and then you stay for kids. Learn the person early so they won't shoot the club up.
Make choices that are beneficial to you and to that relationship.
Well, that's always easy to say, but try to learn that person so they won't shoot your club up and kids start popping out.
So it's safe to say you don't regret living with.
No, I don't regret a lot of stuff in my life. No,
living together before we got married.
I learned from it. No, we don't regret it.
So did you think that? So let me ask you, because you just said something earlier that I'm thinking about.
Hell yeah.
We already know that you think that. No, you don't think that I'm crazy. You think that I'm weird.
Crazy weird.
Crazy? Let me show you crazy.
Okay.
What was I gonna say?
Woo! Don't know.
You made me lose my train of thought.
Lost it. Mine thought. Was it crazy?
What was I gonna say?
Don't know.
Oh, okay. When we moved in together, prior to moving in together, did you think or had you had a thought about spending the rest of your life with me?
I just said no.
No.
Never thought about marriage until we lived together.
Okay.
Then, that's why I said, that's why I believe you should, because I never thought about it. Because they let you tell you don't spend enough time.
So I didn't drive you crazy with my OCD and all of that stuff with the toilet tissue. So like that's something that I felt like I had to kind of like have an expectation with you.
You were trying to hide.
I was not trying to hide. I always made it very clear about how my OCD how bad my OCD is. So like the dishwasher and the toilet tissue. The toilet tissue has to go over, not under.
Well, that's common sense.
That's not common sense. Some people prefer to put it under.
No. The manufacturer, I'm telling you.
I know, it says over.
Under, you put it under,
you
it keeps falling. It keeps dropping.
Yeah,
right. So that's not OC, that's common sense.
I know, but some people like it under.
They don't have common sense.
Well, I'm not going to say all that.
I am.
But
it's common sense.
I do believe
it keeps rolling if you don't.
That didn't scare you away, so you was like, I can spend the rest of my life.
Away?
Well, I'm just saying that's one small part of it.
Okay. I'm a practical individual. I try to think things through and use logic and all that stuff that men usually have.
Okay. So, anyways, pretty good content topic.
What do you guys think?
Should couples live together before marriage? Or before engagement? Because I think that's a whole nother conversation.
I don't know. Engagement is a bridge. Should you live together before marriage? You can be engaged for a week or 2 years. I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about marriage. We're talking about that.
And does living together guarantee before marriage? Does it guarantee, or do you have a higher chance of having a healthy relationship? Because you say that if you didn't live together, you're probably going to be divorced.
No, I think it's just higher. You don't know the person.
That's what I'm saying. Like some of the people
back in the day
that we got married with lived together. They were living together before, and they still got divorced.
I'm talking about like back then people got married without knowing the person.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about around 10 years ago. Couples that we got married, they were living together.
Just were not good for each other. So, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about if someone who thinks they're good for each other, they would have. Okay, if you wouldn't waste your time, you just live together. You go, oh crap, this not working, and we just kick rocks. High five, I'm out. Instead of wasting all that damn marriage, it's very easy. Once the lease is up,
you
get out of there.
But it's not that easy.
What should be, guys? You know why? Because emotions get involved and all that. I understand.
You love the person. Real talk. I know, you love the person.
That's why I said
so it's very hard.
Disney for all the emotional fluff. He loves you. He loves me too. Tell us what you think in the comment.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Should you live together before marriage?
If you find polls to show us the data, that would be helpful.
Statistics.
And, stuff like that. All that good stuff. All right, guys. This is King Life.
Queen Life.
We are out.